Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video about some issues you may face while building the Nexdome. Some of the issues I ran into were hardware supply and putting the track on correctly, mounting the track motor, getting the dome to rotate correctly, installing the bay tables, and sealing the dome to concrete. So one of the hardest things I had to figure out when I first got this dome was installing this track properly. It was too long for me when I initially got it. So, well, it appeared too long. I actually ended up cutting off a tooth initially to make it fit because it was like one tooth too long, but that didn't work. So definitely do not cut off a tooth. It will fit, you gotta force it in. So the way you get it to fit is you C-clamp the start of the track and just run it along the double-sided adhesive tape all the way around so you get to the end. And it's gonna overlap, obviously, at the end, but just force that gear in and you'll get some basically pushback, or you'll get the track will come off the tape because it's too long. It has no place to go, and you just kind of force that along the tape. It'll eventually just all slam into place. So I hope that helps you out if you're having the same problem I did. So in order to get the track motor to mount, you'll need to take the nut off one of the track wheel bolts. And connect the hex nut to both it and the bolt from the motor. So I used a clear silicone, GE advanced silicone, but you could basically use any clear silicone caulking. I sealed my dome to cement, so I don't know if you'd use anything else for a wood deck, but I had some pretty major gaps, and I just opted to use the silicone to fill those. I read that on the forums, that's what they recommended. I wanted to use some foam like backing, but they said just go ahead and use the caulking and that should fill those gaps. So I've been pretty satisfied so far, but there's some pretty significant gaps with just a grip of sealant in there. So the tables for the bays are pretty poorly designed. I have a buddy with the Nexdome as well, and he had issues getting his tables in. We had to go to the hardware store and get some extra long bolts, and then even with the custom bolts, the table corners just kind of ram into each other. They work, but a little janky. Getting the dome to rotate correctly is just a matter of kind of repositioning the outline of the shed in a circle as best you can. I had to re-anchor some points, and even that was still hard to get the dome to rotate really well. So I just kind of played with it until I got it somewhat working. I actually took a wheel off, and that really helped. Some of the wheels kind of make the dome rise, and I took one off and it really helped get the dome rolling correctly. You want it to roll correctly in both directions too. Alright, so I hope that helped you if you're building a Nexdome and ran into any of these issues. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. If you want to follow my Instagram account, I'll leave that in the description at the end, and I'll definitely follow you back. Just leave me a comment. Same with if you have a YouTube channel. Also want to give a special thanks to Frank Boker and Alex McConaughey for helping me put this dome together. Not only did they answer a ton of my questions, they went out of their way to really help me build this thing. So appreciate you guys watching, and look forward to talking with you in the future. All right, clear skies.